Shalom Chavrim, I'm Stephen Bedung. You're watching Israeli News Live there. Again, Pope Francis has met with Shimon Peres. And of course, Shimon Peres is getting up in the years now. I believe Shimon is probably around the age of 92 years of age. But there's something I wanted to bring to your attention, and I'm actually working a little bit more in depth on a story this weekend here that I'm going to share uh, more in depth about the relationship between the Vatican and Israel. What is this strange relationship? What is going on with the building of the third temple? And what's it really for? What's it all about? I know there's a call. David Lau, as I said earlier today, is wanting the building of the third temple. Also, Rabbi Glick as well is calling for the building of the third temple. And they are saying that it's going to be built by the Dome of the Rock. But the strange relationship that Shimon Peres has had with Pope Francis has really been something that has caught my attention over the last several years here. And I had seen prophecy being fulfilled by the Pope of Rome and more prophecies by Pope Francis than anyone else. It's a very strange thing going on, but I wanted to share something with you. And I've brought this out before, but some of the people that are new to watching our channel may not be aware of these things here. The reason why I bring out Shimon Peres a lot is because I had stated in time past, probably a year or so, or even more by now, maybe 2 years ago now, that Shimon Peres was like the son of Ahab. Spiritually speaking in this case here though, because if you remember in 1 Kings chapter 21, I believe that is verse 29, I can't quite see my notes very well. Seest thou how Ahab humbleth himself before me? Because he humbleth himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his days, but in his son's days will I bring the evil upon his house. Now that is interesting within itself, how God, because of the humbling that Ahab did, God would not bring the evil upon him, but would wait for his son to bring it upon his days. That just goes to show, no matter how stooped in sin you may get, God will honor a true repentant heart, as he did with Ahab. Elijah bearing record of actually what happens. Now, the strange thing is, Shimon Peres has reminded me so much of the son of Ahab because of the way he actually has conducted himself with the popes of Rome, and especially with Pope Francis. Because the popes of Rome is nothing more, nothing less but Baal worship of today. Why? Because the Vatican today is Mystery Babylon of Revelation, and therefore it is a Babylonian king. It is Baal Peor worship at its greatest points, no doubt. All right, now why do I say that then? If you go to 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 51, you'll see what I mean. This is Ahaziah, the very son of Ahab, who is a type of Shimon Peres today. The son of Ahab began to reign over Israel in Samaria in the 17th year, the 17th year of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, and reigned 2 years over Israel. Now see, that's kind of interesting because even Shimon Peres was 2 times the prime minister of Israel. All right, and yes, he did reign over Israel. Now, what's even more interesting is he goes on to say that and he reigned and he did evil in the sight of the Lord and walked in the way of his father and in the way of his mother and in the way of Jeroboam and the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. For he served Baal and worshipped him and provoked to anger the Lord God of Israel according to all that his father had done. Notice it spoke about his mother. I remember Barry Chamish saying that he saw in Yitzhak Rabin's autobiography there an offbeat comment, as he put, that Shimon Peres had actually attended a Catholic school when he was young. He said that was strange for a Jewish boy to be attending a Catholic school. Well, there's his mother. And of course, his father being Ahab, the one that married Jezebel. And what has Shimon Peres done? He's married Jezebel and brought idolatry into Israel by allowing the Vatican, that covenant that they have signed. This is my concern about the third temple, friends. Not that I'm against the third temple. I wouldn't be against the third temple if it was a house of prayer. And of course, they're going to say it's going to be a house of prayer for all nations, as I have understood it from Rabbi Glick, that they're actually going to build an international center in between the Dome of the Rock and the third temple, and it'll be for all nations. It's the outer court, for heaven's sake. It is the prophecy that is being fulfilled in the book of Revelation, where it says, leave out the outer court. It's given unto the Gentiles. Do you realize? Do you realize? I beg, Brother Paul Bagley, I don't even know if you realize this yourself. I didn't even think about this at the time. But remember, Brother Begley is the one that actually told me this, that Rabbi Glick said that they're going to actually make a section between the Dome of the Rock and the third temple, and they're going to save that for the Gentiles there. They leave out the outer court for the Gentiles. It'll be a prophecy in the making. Blessed be the Lord God. I'm telling you, prophecy's coming to pass everywhere. You don't think that the two witnesses aren't on the way right now? Let that temple begin, brother. They'll be there any moment now. You might as well get ready, because we're getting ready for a Mount Carmel showdown, and God is going to set the record straight. Israel's eyes will come open, but the world will hate those two witnesses. And I'm telling you, a lot of religious people are going to hate them. A lot of so-called Christians that have joined back up with the Vatican will hate them, despise them, and will do everything they can to come against them. There'll be even Jews that will be against them, but maybe somebody will open their eyes. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live, a prophetic segment. I'm fired up. Wait till you get the rest of it tomorrow. God bless you and shalom.